live? Are we here? Are you here? Are we living or alivin'? Thanks for coming back. It's a Vuja day. Were we actually doing this earlier, or was it all a dream? We're going to find out. We're going to have a rebate on some of the finished products that just happened as we were wrapping up part one that we did of the Maker's Bunch a few hours earlier. And I had a total technical meltdown, but just in time for the Arizona Rockhound Expeditions live stream. And here we are back. So it is good to see you all. Thank you so much, Mr. Chubby Hubby, for coming on back. And that Opal guy as well. Good to see you. It was good to see Julie and Brian too. I love those faces, and especially when they're being healthy. So we've got all the good vibes and energy and things, all the good thoughts going Julie's way. And Cheryl is here. Good to see you. And did I say Rocky Mountain Bear? Of course, the Rocky Mountain Bear is back in the house. Good to see you as well. Tom Cat Josh is here. Very good to see you too. Scott Argyle is a swooping in as well. Very, very good. You guys rock. Wisconsin Rock Stalker is here. And I hope I'm not missing anybody. I'm sure that everybody is just starting to land. We've got the lineup from before. We have some new. And so we'll start getting folks up here on the stage. We've got Ma, and Ma is going to be working on something new because she did finish her gorgeous project that she was working on before. Ma, are you muted? Nope. Okay.
I will be though because I'm on metal discs and yeah, yikes, loud.
Gotcha.
I'm just making a little faceted Montana agate shocker triangle.
Sweet. Shocker. And what did you do with that ring? Do you have that ring? So this is what she was working on before when we were doing our Maker's Bunch a couple of hours ago. Look at that. Oh. That shine is delicious.
Yeah. Probably not a good idea to wear it while I'm working, but I'm going to do it anyways.
You rock that gem. Yes, I endorse that for sure.
Yeah. It's a Montana agate kind of day.
Heck yeah. All right. And so that is Ma, and she will be working on triangle shocks. And we have somebody who is back from the session before. We've got Mr. Turtle Montana. And Turtle, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yay. And you were showing off. Hi. You were showing off what you were up to before. And will you be continuing with that?
Yes, I plan on finishing the polish on the Cold Mountain Thunder Egg Heart that I am working on, and also finishing the polish on my cab contest submission here.
That heart is a heart stopper. Can you bring that back just for a moment, please? Because there's some new faces in here that are watching this round that weren't here from before. And you gotta slow down on looking at that feast for the eyes. I love what's going on with the pocket on the left-hand side. That is just so sweet.
Oh yes, I do too. It's got like Jimmy fire agate material in it.
Yeah, it does.
Right, wrapped around that ball.
Yeah, that is a really nice touch you got going on there.
Thank you.
Very, very cool. And I love the composition too. Just the whole way that flows through that heart just looks top shelf.
Thank you. It takes some time to find the right cut, you know. Sometimes I just sit, take a look at it, and if I'm not feeling it, I just set it to the side and grab a different one, and I come back to it. And I'm like, and then once I find it, think to myself, how could I see anything but that, right? It's like, duh, it was right there in front of me.
You know, you got to let the stone, give it time to speak to you. You know, it's worth waiting to get like that very, very clear message. Very well done. Oh, we got this guy back too.
This one is great.
Yep. Beautiful. I just
I
love
love
how
the
that looks
composition
like
of that one.
fire coming through the darkness. You know what I mean? It looks like
Right.
this electric fire. I love how lightning-y. That's a word. It is.
I'll allow it.
It never stops me if it's not. So it's quite all right. All right. Well, I'm going to bring some other people back up and we'll circle on back to you to see how you're progressing. Thank you so much. And we also have Ryan is back. And Ryan, oh my gosh, you look very different. We've got a completely different like laboratory situation going on here.
Yeah. And I was getting a little sore at the cabbing machine. And can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah. Yeah, you're doing 5.5. Yep.
Okay. And so I had really messed up when I was transferring to DOP, but that's not going to stop me. It somehow rotated and I didn't catch it, but I'm just going to have a little fun with this, doing the table or the top part of it, crown. And not really caring exactly how it turns out because the facets may be off, and this is my first one I'm actually doing. So, the phone is pointing towards me, so I can't actually see. So.
Okay. Yeah, you're doing great.
Yep,
the machine is pretty centered, and we even get to see your face occasionally. It's kind of where the block of windows for the other channels is. There you go. That's perfect. Just stay there.
So I won't be able to see any comments. So.
Okay. Well, when stuff is happening, when it gets thick and good, with all the different tangents, I'll make sure to articulate them so that you're in on it as well.
Okay. Sounds good.
Awesome. Thank you, Ryan. And we've got the Rufocus, Rooted Rockhound, is with us as well. How you doing, Chris?
Doing well. How you doing today?
Great. What are you going to treat us to?
So, as my name might slightly be giving away, I've got some opal from Spencer. And so I guess I can flip this camera around here real quick. Let me scroll down.
But first, wait. Before you flip it. Oh, no. Okay.
Nope.
Go ahead.
What's up?
Carry on. Oh, I was just going to say,
horns?
like, yes.
Oh, it closed.
Oh, no. I've totally janked up the whole situation, but yeah.
No, I got a notification and accidentally clicked it as I was trying to change the camera back. That's why I positioned down and I kind of lowered myself. And I was like, oh, look, here we go. Like this.
That did not go unnoticed. Just so you know that all the effort there was appreciated. I'm sure I'm not the only one.
But yeah, so let me position y'all to look at these wonderful Spencer opals because, oh my gosh, whoops, wrong button. I'm flabbergasted with what was actually in here.
Oh, I'm so excited for you, and we just can't seem to get enough of them. So more, please.
Yeah, let's bring this light in here.
Chris the reindeer. Yep, exactly.
I think they're actually better than Australian because there's not as much potch, and you don't have those sand pockets that you have to fight with when you're dealing with Australian opal. You know what I mean? They just seem, the color bars seem so much cleaner and so much easier to pull out too and make a stone from, no potch and sand, and it's amazing stuff. I can't wait to get some.
Yeah, this one's got insane color bars.
Okay, so can you really quick, Rufo, I know that most of the people that are probably roaming about here in the chat and out there in the lurk land probably know what you're talking about, but there is an element of folks there that might not know how you got this and where it's from. So can you give us a little thumbnail on that really quick?
Yeah, of course. So from the whole shindig that's been going on with a few channels, World of Rockhounds was over there, AZRE, and a few others, they went to the Spencer Opal Mines, which is now open to the public. and it was the grand opening that they did a whole little dig, and you can actually go there and mine yourself, but you can also, if you can't make it to the mine, purchase a bin of the opals for $30 plus 15 shipping. That's what I did and took the gamble. They don't guarantee anything in there, they just scoop it out of the mine. In fact, I was told Brian helped scoop our bins, like these first few bins that went out. Brian was out there, there's no gimmicks to it. They just take a shovel right in the dirt, throw it in the bin, seal it up, don't look at it. So you don't know. You might get nothing, you might get all this has color in it. So got pretty lucky. They've got, plenty of information here. If you want to screenshot any of that, spenceropalmines.com. Can call them, check out their website, email them. And yeah, they've got, the rules if you need a screenshot it or check it out, but it seems worth it. It's $345 to dig up in the mine or $75 a day in the tailings. There are some other fees as well. I think like an additional $45 when you go up to the mine because they serve lunch and some other things. But I don't have a whole lot of time, so let's take a look at some of the flashy little opals that I was lucky enough to get in my bin.
Right on. So your bin was the 30 plus 15 shipping, right?
Correct.
Excellent. And it was a fairly large parcel. It wasn't just these stones, right? You had to sort through it. It was like pay dirt, right?
It was a medium flat rate box that came with a Tupperware tote. I can go pull that out in a second and show it real quick before I do leave. But this is the first thing I saw. I peeked open and I was like, I told everyone I'd look through it live, but I peeked into it and I looked, and sitting right on top was this one.
Oh, no way. You knew you were off to a good start.
Yep. I was like, all right, already won. But then when I actually pulled it out of the dirt, this was covered in dirt and I rinsed it off. I was like, oh, there's a lot of white opal. Is there anything in it? Sure enough, I got in closer and it's got 5 color bars through this piece.
So that's actually, I'm so glad that you brought that up, because that's one of the sort of telltales from a lot of the Spencer material I understand is the thin but multitude of color bars that are in any one piece of the opal. And so I guess one of the things when you're going through a batch like that would be to be extremely thorough, because, that color bar might be smaller. It might be under some of the rhyolite or something.
Yeah.
And so if you've got white, check it thoroughly.
Easy to pass over. Like you don't notice that unless you have a lot of lights on it. Like right now, this is actually my low lights. If I had my 2 other lights on, like you would actually see there's a color bar here, there's a small one in the top, and there's like 3 more tiny ones under it that I'm having a hard time showing.
Do those color bars, do they react under UV, Chris?
Not that I've noticed. I haven't checked these a whole lot in the UV. Like there's a little one down here. There, you can see that one.
Opal guy is saying that Brian salted that bin.
Right? I asked him. I said, be honest with me. Did he salt this? Because I couldn't believe it. There was some really nice pieces in here. This one, I don't think had any color, but was a nice piece that I wanted to explore more and look for color. Because it's got a big chunk of the white on there.
Oh, yeah.
Like oh, actually, I think I see a little blue on the tip right there. Yeah, it might have some color within that, but there's a couple little ones in here that had some nice stuff. Like this one, if we can get close. I already got it wet, but it's got that nice, clear, bubbly opal. Really botryoidal.
That's pretty. That looks like the type of thing where it would be so hard to cut, because it looks like such a nice specimen with the opal with color bars and then all of that juicy bot-itude. It would be so hard to cut that free. Are you going to keep that one as a specimen, or what do you think?
So what I'm thinking of doing is I'll take a Dremel to this and just smooth this out and use my Nova points to just face the opal here, because there's some good color in there. Like,
oh yeah. There's several color bars on that. Yeah. That's a whole lot of love.
And it's got those little frog eggs, as I've been calling them.
Yeah.
So I pulled out a few good little pieces here that I was very happy with, enough that I'll get another box, and if there's nothing in it, I won't actually feel too upset because I got enough in these to make it more than worth it. This
Yeah,
one's got
and
2.
I think that this is relevant here. Allison is saying results may vary. And she did a video earlier this week on the opals, and she got a box such as yours, but she did not have the same results.
She was messaging me about it, and we were chatting about it too.
And so go check out that video too if you're curious. That was on Wednesday. You're welcome to put a link up if you want to, Allison. Sorry to interrupt you, Rufo. Go ahead.
No, you're good. That's all good. No, that's more what I expected in my box is what she got. I was thinking maybe I'd get a tiny piece or 2 of color, and I was just blown away as soon as I opened it. This one, I'm not sure if the opal goes back into it, or if it's just on the face here. Might grind the side down to see.
You know,
it's got 2 good color bars.
Chasing the opal is part of the fun to me. Like, I actually like that part, you know, with the black opal or the Queensland boulder, that sort of thing. I love chasing those color bars. And so,
so speaking of chasing it, that's what all this is right here. You can see I started grinding down into a whole bunch of them. Like this one, I didn't see any color, so I started facing it, looking for the color.
You know, what's great about this piece that you're showing us right now is that you might not find color in it, but look at how beautiful that stone is, everybody. Would you feel bad if you started grinding into it to see if it had some color and it just had this? Well, oh, too bad. You've got like this gorgeous, you know, that's still opal. This is the common opal, and it's gorgeous.
It's got that kind of blue smoky up here.
Yeah, like it's almost lavender from where I'm sitting, but yeah, it's just.
I'll believe you. I'm colorblind.
Let me tell you, it's beautiful, Chris. Nice.
Yeah. So I've just been chasing into a whole bunch of them here, looking for any hints of flash or even dendrites. This one I'll grind into more because it looks to be opening up to some like dendritic opal or something.
Something interesting is in there for sure. Yeah, definitely worth checking it out some more. And Muddy River Lapidary, welcome in. Oh, and it's Reptile Z. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming by. We're just having some more opals because we can't get enough.
Right.
Obviously.
So yeah, I was even just taking the random rocks in here and hitting some of those on the wheel because I was quite curious of the other stuff they sent, how it looked, and if it would be cool polished, but it's quite pitted.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that was kind of my luck with the opals. A couple real big winners there.
Yeah, those were bangers. There's a nice one. That's really nice. And so what are the zeolites people keep talking about in the Spencer material? And can you speak on this, Chris?
I wish I could. I just was trying to look in a bunch of the kind of obsidian bits and trying to find some of that, and I haven't looked into it much. I definitely will, and hopefully get back to you all on some of that info in the future, but I know nothing about the zeolites there.
So that answers your questions. Rocky, I don't know about that specifically either. And so hopefully we can get Julie and Brian to share their expertise, or, you know, the fellas, Isaac and Cade were talking about having a channel too. And so maybe we'll even be able to ask them directly. That would be super cool. This is just wonderful gem gazing. I'm just loving this. This is so distracting. I can hardly talk. It is so good.
Yeah, I'm loving what I got in here. This one, I'm not sure. There's a little piece I have in here that fell out. So obviously that's chipped right there. But I thought there was another piece on the back or something that had like a little blue peeking through. So I thought about trying to go into the top just a little bit. Just maybe grind this down, do a little face polish, maybe get in there with the Nova points, and I don't know, not sure. Or do I take it down to that and make it one big flash so you can see all that flash from above? Or cut it into 2 along that crack. There's so many options.
Yeah, I would follow your fractures first, see where theirs are going, and then, you know, kind of parse from there. But yeah, those are the you know, questions of the eons. It's like, exactly how do I want to peel this so that it is the most appealing? And thank you, Allison, for putting the link up. And oh yeah, this is just gorgeous. I can't wait to see what you do with it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me on. As I had mentioned, or some of you know, we had family in town this weekend. I just kind of was sneaking away for a minute and thought I'd come join y'all, share some opals for a minute because I missed joining the Makers Live. And yeah, wanted to show some off, but I'm going to go back and play some games and hang out.
Right on. Thank you so much for sharing those, and have good fun with your family. And we'll get you on the next Makers. We did miss you.
Oh yeah, I saved a handful
Bye,
of
Chris.
nodules for the next
Bye,
Makers.
Chris.
Later, guys. But I saved a bunch of these nodules for the next Makers that might have some opal in there.
Oh, cool.
And we'll cut into, I have a few that are like little round nodules like this. And maybe we'll cut into them all or grind them on my flat lap and maybe even find some more flash.
Goody, goody. Thank you for saving some. That'll be great.
For sure. I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Okay, cheers.
Bye-bye.
All right. And Jeff is in the house, and Jeff was talking about can't believe that he hasn't worked a little bit. And there was something else, Jeff. I hope that you get some too. I think that you were waiting on getting your parcel, and we need Jared for the zeolites. That was the other comment that I saw. Yeah, we do. He could tell us a thing or two about what was going on over there, I'm sure, and hopefully he'll be able to go up and hang out at the opal mine as well. That would be a good time. And so let's go and check out what Ryan is up to. You're doing something interesting with your machine. What you got going on there?
I'm trying to switch to the new discs, so my discs aren't the same height. So I have to readjust the height on the crude height adjustment on the piece here.
Okay, so I have mad respect for you faceting with the tool that you have there. Really seriously, that is, the fact that you're having to make these kinds of adjustments that you're talking about is wow.
I may have to reset up the thing, but move it over here so you can kind of see over here with these old B&I model things. All you more or less have is a bolt that pushes off or sits on a base, and you adjust the height by screwing it in and out. So you don't really have a whole lot of fine adjust on it. And it's like I was joking with Karen earlier, they didn't even give you a fine thread. It's a coarse thread. So
I mean, seriously, that is really, really. Is there a way to meter like how you're going up and down? Whoa, where'd you go?
Yeah, see, that's what this little thread right here is for. See, this is supposed to be a mask right there.
Yeah.
Right there. Supposed to go right there.
So is there a way for like, because on the mast of my fastening machine, I think it's actually adjusting to who's talking. That is so crazy. It's never done this before. I keep on like switching it back, and it's like, no, you're talking. You're going to be the one in the frame right now. So on my mast, there are like, it's got like marked areas so that you can tell how up and down you're going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that the mast that Theo has that too. And I'm just wondering how come they would make something that's clearly for faceting without it.
And yeah, I don't know. And like I said, and it's really only made with a 32 tooth gears. So I guess, that's probably not even back in the day, a high-end faceting machine for them. But I guess it was just something that was that they wanted to make available. And even though the right gear, and I haven't really looked at how many other gears. I haven't been able to find one with even mention that has more than 32, but these are the old Zamak, I think, the old kind of pot metal type gears. And if the pitch wouldn't matter and it just had to be the same, you might be able to find other ones even for like because the lathe that I have is an Atlas, which is the Craftsman brand, same as this. And so some of the gears might even be able to work, except for the center hole would be the same.
You know what's interesting about this specifically, if I might interject really quick while I'm thinking of it, is that people are printing these now. And so if you need an index, like I would get yourself a 96 yesterday. So many of the designs are built around the 96 index that you would probably be feeling a little bit better about some of like a non-limitation anyway, you know?
Yeah. And with the gear pitch, the lever that they have here, and I don't know how they compensate that for on the other machines. Like I said, I haven't looked. Are the dials bigger? The bigger the number of teeth that you have, or are they just really small little gears? Or
as far as the
cogs?
Index?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Index has more to it. They're much finer, but it allows you to do like more of the standard cuts and have your stone look a lot more like what you kind of expect it to look like, if that makes sense.
But like we were talking about earlier, because I don't know how much I'd be doing faceting anyway too, but if it would be something to get into, it would probably be more of a upgrade of equipment rather than just trying to do this, because like the height and everything. But I mean, it's fun just to give it a try. The table had to be really shallow on there because there wasn't much sticking out of the top anymore. Because going to probably have to make some different cup sizes because the one was too small and the other was too big. The ones that I made yesterday. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. I have all sorts of respect for you all day long for, even just being able to do what you're doing on it. And I can't wait to see what the piece that you're on right now even is so intriguing. What material do you have going on right now?
It's just a kind of a old refuse from a picture jasper.
Oh, gotcha.
So I didn't want anything on there that was too tough to cut, or like we were talking about earlier, I wasn't going to cry if it didn't work.
All right. Well, I'm hoping if you have some sunstones or something that might be a good facet material?
I think I got some of those from a package from Kyle way back in the day, and I don't know if that was something that did you send stuff to Kyle to give away at one time?
I did, but I can't honestly recall what was in there. But if you need some facet rough to work on, I can send you some sunstones so that you can have some things that it'll be easier than what you're working on is going to be my point, is that not only do you get the clarity, or you could use quartz, but like you would also be able to it's those are softer stones than the agate.
Yeah, I should have grabbed a bunch more quartz from the cornfield back at home when I was up there.
Yeah, never know. We got quartz. This community has your back. And Mike, thank you for waiting. Thank you so much. It has been a while. Cheers to you. And we have missed you. Thank you for coming in. Yeah. All right, and thank you for that explanation. And I'm sure that several of the people that were looking at your machine, Ryan, are absolutely spellbound. Like, what in the world are we even looking at? That is going to make a faceted gem. Holy cow! So, yeah, I think that is it's super cool to see other people's machines. Honestly, I love it. And so, again, thank you for the support, Mike. So good to see you. And we have Allison back in the house. I totally thought I had sent you an invitation and I get this message like, is part 2 happening?
Oh,
yeah,
furthermore,
girl.
I was waiting in the lounge on the other one, like, what in the heck is going on?
No.
I noticed that the timer up in the top, it said ended, and I was like, shoot, I am not in the right place at the right time. That happens occasionally.
A lonely lounge is not a place to be.
I did, but I had my friends on the laptop over here, so I was kept good company.
Oh man, look at those. Oh, that looks so cool.
They're coming along really nicely. This one over here, other than he's wet inside some of the holes, but that's dry, so we're getting to that really good polish now. This one I just pulled off the wheel, so he's still a little bit wet, but
oh, those are looking so magnificent. I love the contrast. I love how those turned out.
Right? These ones are done on the one wheel, and I just have one more polishing wheel and then some buffing compound if I choose.
Wow. So are these going to be like display pieces? What you going to do with these guys?
Yeah, like this one even still has a little bit of the matrix kicking off of it, which is actually kind of nice because it makes it like, how lucky was that, right?
Built-in stand. You can't beat that with a stick.
Yeah, all natural display.
Heck yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not brave like Ma and go like make a beautiful piece of jewelry out of one just yet. Maybe someday in the future, like when I grow up, I want to be like Ma.
Aww, we all want to be like Mom when we grow up.
Don't be afraid. Just be brave with your rocks. They'll be okay. And now
Brave
mute it, because this is loud.
I'm just proud of this stage for now. So let me relish in this,
That's some good relish.
I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn too loud, but I do want to, I like them like this for a minute.
Kid Curry, hello, and is voting for earrings. Those are some banging earrings, I would say.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. All right. I like your taste there, Kid Curry. I'll take a large pair of Ammonite earrings any day of the week. And so thank you for that. And I'm glad that we have you back.
There's a tiny spider in my disc.
Hi, buddy. You're gonna get dizzy, man. You probably don't want to take that ride.
He might be slightly not well anyway. Here, let's give him a free ride.
Slightly not well. Like he's doing astronaut training. And just see his cheeks, from the centrifugal force just flapping.
Right. Ha! Hold on. Little gravitron.
Yeah, Astro Spider. All right.
The gravitron. Oh my god.
Turtle is having flashbacks.
It is part 2, and it is getting.
I lost a lot of lunches on that ride.
You lost lunch. That was the lost lunch ride.
Yeah.
All right, here I go. I'm gonna mute.
Right on.
I always hated that guy sitting in the middle all smug.
Who did you say, your dad?
That guy sitting in the middle of the gravitron sitting all smug like, I'm not spinning.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The smart one, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And so are you still polishing the one heart?
Yeah, I'm changing felt pad on my rotary tool.
Right on. What grid are you on now?
Ready to go. So this is the final stage of the 60,000 grit Raybright A. So I just finished up the cab, and it's waiting for the next round of 100K. And I need to do this side of this heart at the 60K, and then I'll be moving them both on to 100.
So, question for you. I think that I caught this on another live, but I would love a reiteration, especially for any of those that are here that didn't catch this information before. When you talk about the Raybrite, is that an aluminum or a cerium compound?
Yeah, the Raybrite A is, I think it's exclusive to Kingsley North, and it is a aluminum oxide based polish.
Got it.
It's at 0.5 micron, which is roughly 60,000 grit. And then I finish it off with number 61 rapid polish, and it is about 0.3 or 0.25 micron, which is roughly 100,000 grit. And all three of these are aluminum oxide based. I think most polishes are going to be aluminum oxide, although I did hear.
We've got a lot of cerium oxide that we use. Like I don't even own aluminum oxide right now.
Really? Just
Really?
cerium? Yeah.
Me neither.
Cerium is very popular right now. You know, back in the day, it used to be tin oxide that was the popular kit on school.
Gotcha. And so I have this question for you. Between the 50 and the 100, like what notability of the difference in the luster are you seeing?
So the thing I like to use to illustrate this is when you're looking at a rock that's polished, you can start to see the polish, around 3,000, 1,200, depending on the material. And then it just gets shinier and shinier. So the thing I like to think about is that the difference is, see, both of these, this is probably at a 600, right? So you can see my lamp, right? The light from my lamp. You can see that it's on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you see it on this one, you can see the writing on the bulb. You can see the individual filaments of the light, right? So yeah, there's the shiny light, but the detail in what you can see off of it is big difference. See that?
Oh yeah.
So that's what you're gonna notice. Now, so obviously the difference between 1,200 and 100,000 is going to be big, but you're talking 50 to 100. It's just more clarity on the details that you see in the light is the difference between 50 and 100. Both of them are going to, at quick glance, are going to look like this. You're going to be like, oh wow, that's very, very shiny, and they're very slippery. So it is a nuanced difference, and it does take a little bit of looking to really see it. But to me, it's very discernible, and not a lot of people go up that high. And so, the shine, the super duper shine, is kind of that differentiating factor that your work gets that others may not. They could be happy at 3,000 and just go on, but one, I get kind of bored, so I just like to sit here and do this with it because kind of like a fidget spinner. And eventually it gets super, super shiny.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, that was an earnest question on account that, yeah, most of the even directions when I've gone into a polishing, especially with the faceting, you just don't go over 5 or 50, as far as your met. And so it was an earnest question, just wondering, what the detectability between the one and the other. I mean, under a loop, I'm looking like 30x at a faceted gemstone at 50K. There's nothing left. There's just nothing left.
You don't see any.
Yeah, there aren't any micro scratches to do anything with anymore. Like it is the mirror, you're down to like an undetectable. And so I just was super duper curious. And I love the fact that you're doing that. I mean, they've got to be like ultra slickery at 100K.
Yeah, I take no offense to the question because it's something that is debated quite often out in the polishing community, because some people always go up to it, and the William Henry or something School of Lapidary Arts, one of the main ones in the country, they always finish their stuff with ZAM, which they say is 130,000 grit, and I questioned them the other day on where they get that because my info shows ZAM at 400, but they swear by it. So I think it's just how far do you want to go, right? If you looked at a microscope that was strong enough, I'm sure you could probably see the different scratches at 100,000 if you got close enough. But the eye, I think, loses the ability to differentiate it without a microscope at like what, 3,000. I think you stop being able to tell with your own eye.
Probably.
Well, I can tell.
Yeah.
Your
I can
results
tell
can
between
vary.
cerium and 3,000.
Yeah.
I think there's a massive, massive difference between 3,000 and then a cerium, like if you're doing an agate or a quartz. So
Mhm.
I can definitely see that difference. I don't know if I could spot anything past that. I haven't looked. I don't have anything to compare.
So I wonder, Karen, if I made something for you and then put masking tape over one side and then did both sides up to 50 and then put masking tape on one side and did 100 on the other and then sent that into you, and I wonder if you could see the difference, like the line of demarcation under the microscope.
Absolutely
Oh yeah.
fun.
Oh yeah. And I bet
It's
you
like a
could under the
fun
microscope, I'm
thing.
sure.
Would be so much fun. And what happens if you didn't? Like how much fun is this experiment? I love the idea. If you want to do just like some kind of weird, practice, it doesn't have to be pretty. Just do a 50K on one side and 100K on the other. Let's dance. I think
All
that this
right,
is a
yeah.
great idea. And Jeff was asking, thank you for that suggestion. I love that,
You're
Turtle.
welcome.
What is the second one that's black and red type of material is what Jeff is asking, and I believe that would be to you. So Ma is saying serape, and I will bet you that Turtle is going to second that emotion.
That's true. I seconded it.
Yeah.
Something cut out on my end. I can't hear anything. I'm sorry. If I'm talking over anybody, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. And so, this was the looks like lightning pulsing through a dark room. Like, it gets hotter like every time too. That's a good stone, everybody. And you said that these are going to be available at some point, right?
Yeah. So I thought this was the only slab of this that I have, but the other night I found a whole huge chunk of it. So this one is called for, but I will have some more available later with this same pattern. Might be slightly different, obviously, due to the randomness of nature, but it'll be similar. Yeah, it'll be similar to this. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, sweet. And don't you love that when you find something in your studio you forgot you had? You're like, look at this lump. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, where did you come from? You're fabulous. I love that so much.
Yeah, so I have a lot of rocks I collected outside in buckets. And my wife said, it's time for you to clean that up. So each night I've been going out and, taking 4 or 5 loads over to the rock pile. And I'm going through the buckets and I'm bringing back buckets full of stuff as I'm bringing back buckets over to dump off, right? So I think every 6 buckets, I end up with about a half a bucket of stuff I bring back. I'm like, oh, I forgot I even had that, or I didn't know I found that. That worked out perfect.
I love that.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
what sounds like a job turns into like a Huck Finn moment, like kind of like sitting in the sun and just like going through pretty rocks for a few hours.
I remember when I found that.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, best chore ever.
I know, I love it.
Right on. Okay, well, thank you for showing that, and thanks for the great questions, you guys in the chat. If you have any questions for our illuminated panel this evening, definitely ask. We've got Ma over here, and she knows not only that was serape, Jasper, but she also has this triangle going on right here. How's this coming along?
It's I love this. It's so pretty. Little piece of Montana. It's got some really cool banding in there. I hope you can see.
Oh yeah, that looks like it almost wants to be like irising.
Iris. Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. I have to take it out in the sun that there isn't one of right now. So I'll check tomorrow. Hopefully I found another secret iris piece.
Oh, that'd
But
be
yeah,
great. Beautiful. All right.
thank you.
Well, thank you for showing us. And that
Mhm.
is the lap that you're on is still way towards the beginning, right?
Yeah, that's a 220 right there.
All right. All right. So carry on, soldier. And we've
Thank
got
you.
Ryan looking like a total faceter. I just love this with the Optivisor and the two turntables and a microphone. Like whoops, where did you go? Here we go. Back to you.
I laughed and it came back to me. Sorry.
You know, it's just random tonight. I don't know why it's doing that. It's like it's
really
roulette.
really make it. Then you put out the
Yeah.
extra lens.
Well, we had matching headgear just moments before during part one. I have moved over to the other microphone system because a girl can't win for losing today or over the last couple weeks with audio and technical. So,
Yeah, I do.
anyways,
What's a good suggestion for the for this optimizer? Because Harbor Freight had changed the optimizers that they had since I bought the previous one. I like this one much better.
It's great. And it's such a deal for your money. What is it, like $20 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I'm really going small, you got the second lens. Where
You've
you can
got
pop
two
down and get it
lenses.
close.
Yeah,
Yep.
and a loop on that bad boy. And so you
Yep.
can like magnify and then pan out without moving your butt at all. It's so
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
And if I really need to get in, then I get the ×10 loop.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm afraid to look at the stone with the loop.
So see what I just did there? I went to go click on Jeff's and it just like, hey, and Ma hasn't been seen for 13 seconds. So how about
I'm so
13.
glad you're watching Ma and didn't see what I just did.
So we're gonna see what Allison is doing here in just a moment.
Oh, I just tossed a rock.
But
Oh,
they're
no.
looking so mirrory. Really quick though, I'm gonna answer this question. I need to get one of these Optivisors. Jeff is asking any suggestions on one, and we just did go through that. You can pay $20 for the Optivisor from the Harbor Freight, or you can go online to a dealer like Rio. And I'm not dissing, but you can get an Optivisor for $100. And so
$1,000.
yeah, the
Sorry.
the optics will be different quality, but you know what happens to, like, say your safety glasses in your studio now, don't you? And so like having an Optivisor where you're not too worried about the fact that you're going to get like dingy hands all over it and scrunchy like scratches on your lenses and stuff, eventually that's going to happen. And so I endorse the one over there at Harbor Freight big time. And they're like, it's just favoring Ma. It's like defaulting to Ma's channel over there and her fantastic triangle. But we have Allison over here, and Allison, like, it almost looks like you have this sort of like Zen area set up with your comfy sitting position and your whirling lapidary. Look at you. I mean, like,
I've got you all over here. I've got this so you can watch while I watch. So I've got one buff left here. So this one has had some polishing compound on it, and this one has not.
oh wow. Yeah, look at that before and after. That is
Oh yeah,
quite obvious.
that's a big
And so,
difference.
since that's the question of the evening is, what polishing
you
compound
using?
are you using? Yes.
I actually am using rock polishing compound. I believe it's an aluminum oxide.
All right, so more aluminum.
Anyway, it would be the final stage when you polish rocks. I'm pretty sure that's cheating, and you're not supposed to do that, but
What?
I did it anyway.
No, I don't think that there's any cheating.
I mean, that's tumbling grit.
Yeah, but it's the same, especially if it's
Hey, if it
aluminum or
works, it works.
cerium. Yeah, exactly. It's just made for polishing rocks any which way you can and do.
That's a rock.
I'm using it on
Last
my
time I
flat
checked.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Probably at least illegal in California.
Okay.
Or at
now,
least it's been known to cause
We allow
cancer.
that here.
oh no. Oh yeah, that's a mirror finish coming on for sure. And Tomcat is reporting that someone broke into his storage unit last week. You guys.
Oh, that's
No.
so terrible.
That is not cool at all, dude. And he's talking about having lost some crystals and a few cool rocks. Dude, I am so sorry about
Oof,
that.
that's
That
rough.
is so low. Why do people do that? Ah. And Soul. I hope they didn't take the corals.
Okay, is it too soon for humor like that, Josh?
Oh man. Yeah, I can see Josh driving around coral.
Aww.
Yeah, dude, I am so sorry. We hope that that perhaps somebody will be apprehended. I mean, you can only imagine, like, maybe you could send pictures of your rock collections to some of those local rock dealers to have them have a heads up that if somebody wants to come in and sell them some rocks, that they're yours. I mean,
That's
I don't
smart.
know. Yeah.
That's why I microchip all my rocks.
That's why.
They're spayed, neutered, and microchipped.
Yeah.
You make sure not to lose any of them. Yeah. Boy, I feel that down to my whoa. I felt that too.
That one twice. That one does not want to be on the buffing wheel. I guess I'm done.
Wow.
Let me fetch it out from
That's the
underneath my
buffing wheel.
entertainment center. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Oh man. That's crazy. Oh, dude, don't. Well, no, I shouldn't even put that up here. Like, don't advertise that. What did I just do? Yeah, Jeff, that maybe wants more security.
So pretty though.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Wow.
So pretty.
Yeah,
Like
we
I
could
said,
watch
I
TV
think
in
I'll
that.
be done with that before I throw it again and break my natural display stand off of it.
Yeah, right. Reptiles.
I can't believe it survived. Like I was pretty sure I heard a chip of it go flying the first time on the hardwood floor, you know.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It was-
Hopeful guy's like home run.
Thank you. Yeah, I meant to do that. Lucky I don't take the paneling out of my entertainment center. Like, I don't think it's actual glass, but literally it's kind of like a straight shot from the cabbing machine to the.
Oh wow. Yeah. Oh gosh, that could have been bad.
Yeah, I'm lucky I've never. I mean, let's not joke about a hole in one because maybe I'll be done for the night now.
Well, they were talking about what a rock star you were for, being able to do all this in your living room. This might be one of those times when you know
like
why
results may vary. I advise you only, seriously, please do cabbing in your living room at your, seriously, like do cabbing in your living room responsibly and do it responsibly only, please.
I think I'm gonna have my mother-in-law sit in front of my cabbing machine.
Yeah, see? I mean, you could be like, whoops.
I take out two problems with one stone.
Once to killing two birds. See if I can turn you guys around really quick.
You know, it's really funny, Karen. Just
What,
real
Ryan?
quick. I'm faceting my breast up, so enough. It's not sticking out too much.
You're doing what?
You're pressing your breast off.
I know, that's what
Yeah.
I heard.
That's what I heard too. What?
That's what yeah,
Ryan, what are you
just
doing?
Look,
Don't
just
do
look,
that.
yeah. The stone wasn't
There's other
sticking
ways,
out
Brian.
far
Stop.
enough. Yeah, that's okay.
All
I
right.
just thought everybody would find humor in that.
We did.
Absolutely.
But it's just probably not the humor you thought we were going to find in it.
It is. It is soft. It is soft.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Prairie Girl Rocks,
Yeah.
Allison.
Sorry, Allison.
No, it's all good, you
Hey,
guys.
hey, we're making memories here, guys. Just making memories.
Absolutely. I mean, this is round 2, the late night edition.
Mid-drink. That was bad.
Yeah. No
It's
alcohol
good
involved. No alcohol involved.
It's tea. So
I got
yeah,
green flavored Pepsi.
I got some fruit punch.
nice.
That's
All
nice.
right, so Allison, these are gorgeous. I love how these turned out.
Me too. I'm real glad I got brave enough to cut them.
Yeah, they look great.
Oh yeah, worth it.
I had honestly kind of no idea, well, how could you? I want to drop that
Yeah.
one all the time. How could you know what was in them without cutting them? But it had never really crossed my mind because I'd never really seen the inside of one before. And so I assumed looking at the outside, like that was probably the prettiest of it, and that the inside's probably all that, limestone. And then Lava Bison found one when we were out hiking a couple weeks ago, and it was already broken half. And we brought it home and polished it, and it looked like this. And I was like, well.
Wow.
If his looks like that inside and it's all broken and kind of crappy, that, no offense, it was kind of broken and crappy, weathered and stuff. And it polished up really nice. So I was like, if his has goodies in it and it's weathered and crumbling, then maybe some of these that I've had sitting on the windowsill might also. And so, yeah, I did the math and said, 4 could be 8. And then, by the way, we've got let's see if I can, now that the glue is dry, this is kind of where we started. The first time you guys got to look at them, they were a little less than impressive. So,
heck yeah. Yeah, that's amazing start to finish.
Right?
Really, really cool. And you started those from just rough cut at the beginning of part 1, right?
Yep, that's right.
Oh,
Yep.
that is fantastic.
Yep. And like I say, that one needed a little bit of glue. I was afraid that crack would be not good.
Sorry.
So, but yeah, when all said and done, so there's what that one might look more like when polished.
Oh my
You
gosh,
chuckle.
you ladies. So perverse.
Sorry, Ellison, there's a comment that I'm not repeating.
I'll mute myself and go read it when I'm done here,
Yeah.
so I can have a good chuckle on the way out.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh
So,
my God.
Jeez.
Eyes are watering.
that one, I think that one that you glued back together is probably going to be like a complete superstar when you get done with that. There's so much detail there.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Gary.
And it's so hard to tell before you get started, like what you're gonna get. So
I apologize
I'm
for
so
being a
glad.
child.
I'm gonna have my moment when you guys are done.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna skip it.
I know it's got everybody crying, so
It's not even that funny. That's the problem. It's not that funny. But it's, oh my God.
I laughed so hard a tear just ran down my
I
leg.
know I can hear everyone in tears.
It's still happening. Whoever's doing it's going to town.
Yeah, Tara's right. It's the contagious laughter thing.
I know the snort.
Oh
Who's
my
snorting,
God.
Tara? Who is that? Is it Ryan? Is it Turtle?
Not me.
Don't believe I started.
I don't have that kind of stamina.
It ain't me, I'm glad. Gosh.
Mine should have gone done hours ago.
Knuckleheads.
I can't see. My eyes are so watery.
It's so hard to work under these conditions.
It is. Anybody
Total
taking it seriously
professionals,
right
man.
Yeah, resistance is futile. But that's great. Kid Curry, you broke us. Congratulations this evening.
now? Oh
Curry broke us. Totally broke us.
Perfect timing, too. It was beautiful. Oh, it was beautiful.
no. Is it Ma? Ma, is that your machine?
I think it's her machine. Yeah.
Is it?
I think it is. I think
I don't know. I have my machine's off and I can still hear it.
Oh no, I think
No, it's not me.
Wait, now which one's mine?
it's Ryan.
That's right.
I think we're talking about spraying his boobs off.
My machine making a funny noise.
Whoa, that doesn't make me spill my machine. I dropped a piece. Where the hell did it go? There it is. I found it.
Oh, there you are. Here you are. Someone save us.
I'm gonna clean up here.
Okay.
Good idea.
Yeah.
I can just imagine the mess. There's a lot of blowback.
Yeah.
Well,
Mustard cleaning. Jeff,
let us
good.
go and take a look at your beautiful work over here,
What's
Ryan.
Ma doing?
Hey, look, it just defaulted to you now.
Look, it's a triangle.
It's kind of like something you get stuck on your shoe.
Put my glasses. You're crying.
I'm just
Like to
gonna.
apologize to all the new members.
Yeah.
If you're just joining us.
This is not what you can expect in the future. I promise we are mature sometimes.
We're professionals.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
Oh, my
Remember
teacher.
that night you polished all those ammonites? Yep.
Oh my
Oh, you
goodness.
mean that one that self-erects and sits on my shelf? Yep, I remember that night.
Making memories. Making memories.
Oh. I'll never forget it.
My abs hurt, man.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Lifelong memories on these live shows.
That's what you come for.
I'll forever remember Allison's gloves.
Oh
Yep.
gosh.
That was magic.
It
That
was
was
You played
so
magic.
that off
clever.
so well.
So clever.
That
Oh, I
was
know. It
so
was
funny.
perfect. Perfect. I
Oh
loved
my
it.
goodness. My
Oh
stomach hurts
gosh.
now. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the workout.
Ah, just think how much, what do they call them? The endorphins we released.
No
Everybody's now
kidding,
feeling
right?
Martians that we just released.
dopamine. Thank you for the dopamine. I'll take 2 more, please,
On a
to go.
scale of 1 to 10, how many times this week have you been below average happy. And now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how many times this week have you been above average happy?
Right?
One.
Oh, just what the doctor ordered, you guys. Jeez Louise.
We're going on one now. We might make it.
Oh man.
All right.
Just so you know, my tripod has begun failing, so I'm having to hold my iPad up while I'm doing this.
Oh no.
Oh,
So what is your tripod doing? Is it like just is it actually trying?
Watch me let go.
So it starts to sag? Yeah, it's drifting. It's drifting hard.
Yeah, I need a new one. Oh wait, there we go. That's better for now.
Yeah,
Okay.
Echo. Is it let's try something here. Let's do this. Is it echoing? Oh, it still is.
A little bit.
Huh.
Do you have your other channel not muted? Like the other one you're in as a guest with?
Um, that's a good possibility. Let's do that. Haha. Haha hee hee ho ho. Usually I remember that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I was trying to bring in this noise just in case I was gonna get any work done. And so that's the
Good luck.
yeah. We're off to such a good start. Yeah, and I'm going the wrong direction again too. I love to do that. But yeah, I was gonna try to get some more of these guys looked at on account that there's some really nice gem rough, and I plan on when we're done here going to stay up for another few hours and get some faceting taken care of. The thing that needs to go ahead.
I said yes, please. I just want to see whatever you make.
Yeah, I'm on. Okay, so who else in here has the tendency to like go on crazy work jags where you have really a hard time stopping working? Yeah, and like then you might like hit a week where you're just like I'm so over it. I don't really even want to pick up anything, and then you like it's
yes.
like binge and purge kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, 4 o'clock in the morning's a normal time for someone to go to bed,
Right.
right? I mean,
And I'm not done yet.
Yep.
going to bed early, 4 o'clock. Woo! Yeah.
Oh man.
I
Do you
do.
get that point then when you have to go to work the next day that says, I might as well not go to sleep right now because I won't be able to get up?
No,
So
I
then
don't
you
do
just
it
keep
on
on
no,
working.
I can't do that.
Done that before.
But
Tara
my
is
boss-
asking
Not
a
necessarily
question.
lapidary, but
All
Tara's
right.
asking if the makers thing is if the deadline is tomorrow, and I don't really think there is a hard thing. That's just a thing you could participate in. I think people have been putting stuff up. If they had pet wood, they put it in the pet wood thing, even if it's a month later. So there's
in
no
the
deadline
showcase.
on the makers thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the
I've
showcase
literally
now.
fallen asleep behind my cab machine and woken up with a nasty flat spot.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's dedication, sir.
I've woken up and not knowing if it was 9 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock at night. And I'm
Wow.
either freaking out because I missed dinner or I'm late for work.
Yeah.
I hate that
like
feeling.
what kind of trouble are you in? Yeah.
Oh, we're past trouble at this point.
Ooh, nope, still not. Yep, there's still scratches on the back of this thing. Of course
Darn
there
it.
are. Flat stuff's got to be flat, but being all hard to polish. I thought I was done. I got really excited. Sorry.
I hate that. I
I was very
actually
excited.
finished a trillion earlier in the week, and I actually I went. It's a triangle, so you've got like three faces, like over and over and over again, right? at this index and at this
Yeah.
angle, 3 faces. And I kept on forgetting the last face. Don't ask me why.
Oh no.
Yeah. And
Like
so
you'd polish through that stage.
I had the weirdest creature of, like I had done it a couple times in a row, just didn't do the last face. And so I'm like
Right.
way ahead on the first 2 faces. And that's when you know that you should have gone to bed like hours ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, I don't even know where I left off, like what grit. So how far back do I go? I don't even know.
When you stop progressing and start degressing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was de-evolving before my very eyes, and I really needed to go to bed.
Degressive.
Yes,
It's pronounced digressing.
yes.
I'll be RB.
So are we talking about your faceting or this live about right now?
I thought
Yeah.
we were talking about your motorboating over there, Joe.
All the above. This gemfish sure is nice.
Excellent. I'm glad you like it.
Oh, it's amazing.
They're sweet.
They are so sweet. Best of the best.
I gave Legendary Dave one, and Caleb's got one, and you got one. I had the 4th one, but now I can't find it, so I just use a flashlight.
Oh my gosh, dude, no. Do you need me to send this one back to you? Because you can't be using a flashlight.
No, I don't. I'll find it.
These things are so ripping. It helps the grading, like I hate to say night and day because it's, come on now, but like it's so different of an experience to try to grade gem rough without it.
Mm-hmm.
And like in many ways I didn't know what I was missing until I have it, and now I'm super spoiled.
And to be able to find the cut, right? You want to find all the imperfections and work around them and stuff. It's great. It's a great piece of equipment.
Yeah, it is absolutely imperative. When you start getting down to, okay, I have no space for this particular design, by a millimeter, like a 1/10 of a millimeter to either side when you're planning a cut in a stone, especially if you're getting down to like those little Montana sapphires and stuff like that. And being able to see exactly what's inside so that you can navigate your way and put that dop exactly where it needs to go so that you get the stone that you want and can, shave off the inclusions if you need to, whatever. It's just, yeah, you can't not have a good torch is the bottom line.
And those torches are a lot better than most of what you find out there on the market too. So, I mean, if people are looking at them, the price is certainly justifiable. Only because it's a rechargeable battery. It doesn't get nearly as hot as the other torches that are out there that are cheaper, and it just feels like a solid built piece of equipment.
Well, what's funny, and neither of us are affiliated, so this is not a commercial. It's an investment.
I paid full price.
And so I went over and I was hanging out and looking at some gem rough at another, like at a dealer, and I did not have my torch with me. And so the dealer offered to let me use his torch. And that moment in time, I realized how spoiled rotten I am. Because that torch, like, and this was the gem dealer's torch. Like, that's what he used. And I was like, oh, this is not that rad. I want my gem fish right now. Like, nah, dude, it's okay. I don't need your torch. Like almost the flashlight was as good kind of thing. And then, with a good torch, if y'all are wondering, here's the configuration of it right here in my camera, being backlit beautifully by the light ball. But the importance is like when you're trying to spotlight what's inside the stone, having an actual spotlight is what you need. So you don't need a flood. You just want to spot and not burn out your eye from either side of that gem. So you're just taking a nice close look, just illuminating the gem itself, so you don't have to cup your hand around it so that there's not a whole bunch of light bleed from either side, etc. Right? And so, yeah, having the right tool is amazing, and you totally wouldn't think that a light, something as simple as a light, would be, an imperative tool, but it is.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It is.
Yeah, I could just go on, and I just did. And
Especially
so,
with opal.
oh my gosh, yeah, with basically anything, especially if you're spending like some dollars on the rough, you want to be able to see it so you know what you're getting, because nobody's going to feel sorry for you if you bought something expensive that wasn't as expensive as it was, if that made sense.
Right.
And so here we've got the UV out with Allison. We are getting the super light show going on right now. We need the dance music in the background. Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots.
Brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
I love that little swirl in the middle of that one. Even though the rest of him is so smushed, it almost looks like a mountain scene or something across the bottom because he's so smushed.
Oh, that is cool. That's really cool, Allison.
Oh wow! Hey, Tomcat, are you on the coast? It looks like you were over at Seaside. Cool. It's so weird. Like, it was super nice yesterday, and then it was like 100% humidity in the air today. Like, it was just it wasn't rain and it wasn't quite fog. It was just like wet air.
Misty, I hate that stuff.
Right.
Oh my gosh, you go outside to do anything and you just get wet and it's just soggy. Like, we had the soggy coastline today. Oh gosh. It was beautiful yesterday, though. And it was kind of funny seeing all the vacationers.
They're like, "Aw."
You're not from in town, are you, there in a bathing suit on the Oregon coast?
Yeah.
Ever. Where's your wetsuit, honey?
Yeah, those turned out super cool.
That is such a good eyeful of glowiness. So cool. I love that one. Why do I love that one so much? It's like the kind of weird anomaly and the anomaly.
If people like more weird things,
yeah, the
I'd
weirder
have a
the
lot
better,
more.
right?
I'd have a lot more friends.
Yeah, right.
Well,
all of us connoisseurs of weird things.
In this community, the weirder the better. I like this one because it's got so many cells.
Yeah, that
cool.
one definitely has like the neatest framing of the walls of the cells.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
The
There's just like
chambers.
so many of them. Like, the other ones are cool. Whoops, that's the same one. The other ones are cool. Don't get me wrong, but I kind of do like that tight knit. I like this one too, and it's so cool. Like, you can see the different colors where that one's more orange and these ones are more yellow.
Yeah,
you can see that without the UV too, and that's like super gemmy stuff. That oranger stuff.
wow.
Yeah, it looks
just
really
a cool
pretty.
mineralization.
I wouldn't be surprised if this stuff phosphoruses. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, cool. That takes a charge.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys will see that or not, but
yeah.
Whoa.
Lots of fossils
you
will
can
do
see
that.
it sticking, especially in that big patch on the first one. Yeah. And Tara's Treasures is saying that the cab contest is heating up over on the Discord. Y'all,
ooh, get over there, you guys.
It really is.
Again. Heck yeah. You know what was funny is that it was off to kind of a slow start, and it like picked up at the end. It was like everybody, had a case of putting it off a bit.
Can't imagine that in this
A
grade.
little procrastination. But also I think that the one thing that hit was, I think everybody got some of the best weather that they had gotten since like the
Yes.
fall. And so it's really hard to stay in your studio and do stuff that you should do or want to do when
Ooh, I like
the outdoors are beckoning. So I know a lot of us got outside instead too.
I like those thin little lines all the way around the edge of that one.
Yeah, that's a cool detail for sure.
This is the one I haven't polished yet.
Wow, that one's going to be outstanding. And
Yep.
is it doing like a suture-y thing down there at the bottom? Like right through there. I mean, is that like that it's illuminating the suture? It looks like an interesting
Yeah, look at
pattern.
those sutures out here.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, that's so pretty. Cool.
Yeah, that's so cool. Oh, that was such a good idea.
Yes, that was.
I don't
you should be
remember,
happy.
like I say, exactly who was like, cut your ammonites in half, and I was like, what? Oh well, but Lava Bison I think is the original inspiration. Like I say, if he wouldn't have found his cool piece, I would have just kept stashing them in the window and been like, aren't they cool little specimens in the window?
Right.
But yeah, like I say, he found his and we brought it home, polished it, and I was like, yeah, 4 cool specimens in the window or 8 polished halves.
Right.
So did you see that question and you were answering it, or are you answering it naturally? Because
answering naturally.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, she's
say?
asking you like, how long have you had those before you decided to double your specimens?
Yeah, for quite a while. I have a bunch upstairs too. Well, not maybe a bunch, but at least 4 more upstairs. They're just still really locked in the matrix. But yeah, a saw would fix that in a heck of a hurry. So
right. And thank you, Yogi Bear. Definitely, we love the likes and we love the subscribes. If you love what's going on here and want to laugh along with us, definitely hit a subscribe so that you can join us any of the times that we do this, and share it if you know some folks that would enjoy these laughs and rocks as well. Appreciate you very much, Yogi Bear. Oh my gosh. Oh, you know what needs to happen next is that you throw those underneath the microscope and have a look around in there, because those are going to be super fun.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure.
And Lava Bison, yeah. It's like it's got the wrong magnetization for your hand. Like it's got opposite polarity. Yeah, that thing. And Lava was saying that his was broken in half upon finding it, so that makes it easy.
Yeah, that made the decision to polish his real easy. And then his looked like this, probably more like this when we were done with it. And I was like, well, I'll be darned. And then, like I say, it made me wonder.
Yeah. And pardon me, Yogi Wifey Boo Boo, hello to you. And hello to, I'm sorry, Yogi.
What was that name?
Yogi Wifey Boo Boo.
Yeah. It's a great name.
It is, yeah. And
that's
saying hello from the Petrified Forest. And are you in Arizona at the Rainbow Petrified Forest? You got to tell us, because there's a few petrified forests that I know of. And if you're over there in AZ, then I'm like stupid jelly. I'm actually stupid jelly no matter where you are if you're at a petrified forest, but that's like the kind of apex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So good. Another positive note, everything I've purchased from Kyle is here in the van. All right, super. Yeah. That would have been a very expensive loss. Yeah. Keep your jewels under your pillows, guys. Bring it along with you in the van. And let's see. And Tara's Treasures is going to set up her agate project and play while we're working. Excellent. Cool. Nice. And Bob's Rocks has entered the chat. Good to see you, Bob's. How are my goats doing? And Chubby Hubby, drop count 7.
Yes, thank you for that, Chubby Hubby. I take full responsibility for at least 6.5 of those.
I can't remember where we were at, but Josh and I were out somewhere out west, and we got into this cute little, resort / beach town, and there were on the roofs there were goats crawling all over the roofs, and I guess they plant grass on the roof, and they just let the goats up there to keep it trimmed.
Oh yeah,
That's the
and
weirdest
goats
thing.
love. You got to give them something to climb. Like they love like climbing up everything. And so Yogi Wifey Boo Boo is at the private dig site over next to the forest. I know where you are. You're having such a good time. Oh my gosh. I wish you guys the greatest hunt and have a wonderful time doing that. And Julie has slid on into the chat. How are you? Did you guys get to your spot there in Utah? Hopefully safely. It seemed like the road was kind of sketch for you guys today. I was having like kind of driver's anxiety, like just driving along with you here in my studio. So hopefully you guys got there and are able to chill out. And Bob is saying that the babies are doing great. I love those kids. So cute.
Hey, baby.
The babies. Oh my gosh, they're still driving. I'm so sorry. Oh, look. Oh, nice. Special rock.
When I had Grayson here the other day, and he was having such a blast, and he was cutting a lot of his stuff, which is great. I fully encourage him to cut his stuff, but I was like, yeah, let's cut one of mine, man.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh my gosh. Is that a big old druzy?
Yes.
Chunk?
And so, excuse me, when he pulled this out of the saw, I let him cut this. Once I got it in, I was like, okay, go for it. It goes all the way through.
Wow.
He pulled it out and he was like, oh my gosh. You know how excited he gets. Oh my gosh. There's a druzy pocket, all the way through, he says. And I'm like, the druzy pocket, let me get my spray bottle really quick, because when this is wet, oh boy. So I'm like, the druzy pocket, never mind the druzy pocket. Look at the yellow in this thing. Just slap you around. And on top of that blue, whoa.
Slap you around yellow. Like that is a hue color, like the Pantone colors. Yeah.
If it wasn't before, it is now.
Right.
Oh man.
Next year's color. Oh yeah, that is so cool. And I love how they're in kind of those floral bouquets.
Yes, that blooming, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then I had him cut me a 6 count, because I only discount when I turn my crank. 5 is about, I kind of know in my mind what 5 looks like, or 3 or 2 or 6, or I had him do me a 6 count, but I think it was probably a little more like a 7 or an 8.
Wow, that is chunky monkey. Fantastic.
I love the white that now comes into this.
You got Turtle's attention. He's thinking, I put a heart in that. That's thinking of girl heart. Yep. Oh, that would make a nice heart too. Pretty.
Let's talk later, Allison.
Yeah. I love the like I say, it's almost like a blue agate background, and like that yellow and red, and it almost like green over, like dark green on the edge.
Ooh, wow. Yeah,
And
that's gonna
the
be
druzy.
screaming good. Whatever it is that you do with it.
So I
Allison,
had, and again, that beautiful pocket through all the way through, So I had him cut one more slice, and that one was a little more, it wasn't quite as enormous. And I let him take that one
yo mama yellow.
I appreciate a good slap in the face.
Perfect.
Wow, that's definitely a Pantone color.
Look, guys.
Oh, what? Oh my gosh. I
Ooh.
What is
love
this?
how it ombres now, like on that green
Yes.
side.
And I saw that doing that on the outside, so I really hoped we would get into some of that, and we finally are getting into that. This is a piece that it's just labeled, I think it's just labeled Jasper. It is just labeled Jasper.
Just
And
Jasper.
it's something that Lava Bison's mom picked up when they were down in Arizona.
So it's not Slap Your Mama's Jasper, though.
It's,
Just slap your mom.
yeah, exactly.
Just one slap.
Because, Mama gave it to you. That might not be so nice.
Maybe mama likes to slap.
Speaking of Lava Bison, got a submission into the Discord contest with time to spare. We're going to have to go check that out when we get off of this. Yeah.
And I'm
Should be looking
upset.
forward to it. Oh, yeah.
Speaking of, and while I have the camera, I'm upset because he made 2 cabs out of organic material. I'm going to take you back over here. We'll come back and do some more with that rock. I ran out of vise to keep cutting, so we just need to turn it over and we can cut some more. But Lava Bison did 2 rocks for the cab challenge. And I actually like his other rock a lot better.
Oh, wow.
But we
Can we see it? Can we see it? Can we see it?
Yes, but the only reason I said, why are you putting the coral in? You should put the other one in. Sorry, my tripod wants to fall over. Let me fix that.
While you're doing that, Yogi Wifey Boo Boo did ask, does it glow? It looks like it would.
Ooh, I
And
haven't tried that yet, and
Yeah.
we will.
Cool.
So this is his other cab. And the only reason he didn't submit this one is because we are not exactly sure what the fossil is. So I have a little piece of the rough and we can look at it. I love there's a little pyrite chunk in that inclusion right there. You can see it through a light every
wow.
once in a
Cool.
while.
That's awesome. Totally unusual.
Mm-hmm.
Good looking cab.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love this cab. It's gorgeous, right? Okay.
And
And
Tara
Peter-
is going to double down on we don't know.
I know, right?
She's asking, what's the fossil? Oh, how we would love
I don't
to know.
know if you're going to be able to get anything out of this either. He really
If nobody knows, just make something up.
Right.
Nobody would know.
They
that
won't
you were
know.
Picking it up, right?
Yeah.
Until they do.
Yeah, until he got caught. He's so
Yeah.
honest. He can't even. When the cop comes to the window and says, "Were you wearing your seatbelt?" He'll go, "No, I wasn't." Like he can't. He can't. I'm like, "What's the matter with you?" You tell him, "Yeah, I was wearing it the whole time, officer." No, he can't.
That's sweet, though.
It is sweet.
It's
Yes,
a good quality.
It is, yes. Yeah, I can't really pick out the little fossily guys in what's left of this little chunk of rough here, but
I'm slow, Tara.
I can do that too.
and
When
they
I go
don't
to
look quite the same when they're polished. Gosh dang it, that's 8 or 8.5, I'm sure, on the drop count.
Yeah.
Yeah, little
that is
organic critters in there, but yeah, we don't know what they are. So he put the coral cab in. I think he did a nicer job on this cab as far as shape and the girdle and the polish and everything, but he could identify the other material honestly, so that was his submission instead. Like you said, I'm just getting my participation award this time. It's
so
a beautiful
cool.
cab. I'm like, oh man, I wish it could have been this one instead because this one's so cool. So,
We got to see it, so thank you.
Yeah, definitely. And that might be one that we look at under the scope too. That might help us identify what that little friend is, or they are.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Sounds like a date.
Kids are pretty funny. The other day, I was talking to my son, and I said, "Hey, Josh, when the lady at the buffet asks you, tell her that you're 12." And he says, "Dad, but I'm 20." I said, "Look, come on, let's just try. It'll save me $1.50."
Joseph said that was the first lie he can remember telling was, "Yes, I'm 12. Yes, I'm 12, and I can fish legally without a license." The one that your parents tell you to tell when the game warden comes around up here. You're
Uh-huh.
12, okay?
Yeah, never lie to game wardens because by the time they come up and actually talk to you, they've been watching you for an hour.
Yeah.
They know exactly what you were doing, or they even ask.
That is a good point, actually.
Call 12.
You bring up a good point. Yogi Wafy Boo Boo says, I found fossils for the first time. Need to identify before I can tell you guys what it is, or I will make a short so y'all can tell me soon. That would be super cool. We would love to see, and congratulations to that. And here we have instant gratification with UV lighting with that wonderful stone. Very pretty.
Yeah, a lot of the agate in there wants to pop.
Yep.
Kind of a blue color. You can see it pretty good on the edge there. Well, I
Smack
can
your mama
anyway.
kind of pop, or just regular
I
pop?
mean, not quite. That yellow was pretty popping. I probably would tell you if it was that kind of popping, but not quite.
Yellow is a great color. I have some crazy lace agate with yellow in it. And it's just amazing.
That one's got some red. That crystal pocket has got some red glow to it. If everything is mirrored and weird, there we go. That's kind of fun.
But what's weird is this chunk of crazy lace is it's huge chunk, and it's the only yellow band that's in the thing. Just one single yellow band that runs throughout it.
That's gotta just be like slap your mama pretty.
Oh, it's punching mama in the throat, man.
What did you say?
I said it's punching mama in the throat.
Yeah, right? I mean,
This thing is
probably gonna have to put
escalating.
this one on the
I'm not
member
sure.
side. Yeah. YouTube's gonna be like, I don't know if this is general audience. Abuse is going on here. I'm just kidding. And Tara's Treasures would like to re-identify WTF as what the fossil, and absolutely I agree.
oh yeah.
We need that shirt.
Yes,
I need
we
that
do.
shirt. Yeah.
Yes, we do. Poor Grayson too. Is it a coral? I'm like, yeah, you and me, kid. We call everything a coral.
I caught that.
You and me, kid.
I caught that during your video, and I was thinking like what a band of, I don't know the descriptor, the appropriate descriptor, but I can just see us all, wandering around on the prairie. Is it a coral?
Coral.
Hey Theo, is it a coral?
Oh god.
I might not be allowed. I might be unallowed.
It might be completely encouraged.
Yeah, that's true. But I need the WTF shirt. Yeah.
Have you seen Coral? I've been trying to reach her about her expired car warranty.
Yeah. Yogi Wifey Boo Boo would wear that shirt. I think we would all order that shirt. You might want to consider
Get on that.
Putting that together. Yeah, just let us know over there in the Discord. Yes. I gotta find coral. And how you doing, Rocky? You got another piece of coral on the rotary machine over there? I hope that you're working along with us. I know some folks were threatening to be working in their studios as hard as I am right now. So
Congratulations, by the way. You did get a little bit of work.
I did a tiny bit of work. I feel really good. I justified my sitting here drinking tea and watching you guys. I like it.
I found a few cool pieces of coral the other day that were silicified.
Yeah?
In my
here we
driveway.
go. In your driveway, sir?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, wow.
It's magical.
That's crazy that you can find that in your driveway.
I want to find stuff in my driveway.
And then this one is awesome. It's a huge piece. You can see the structure of each of the cells there.
Yeah, that reminds me of an apartment complex, like just huge windows.
And then on this side, it's got different brown hues to it because of the dirt silicified in there differently.
The
You
dirt
see the
inside.
My husband gets upset when I use his toothpick. and
contrast
stuff like
there.
that.
I
He watches the video.
just don't put
Is
it
that my
back.
toothbrush? Yeah. Wow, that's really nice.
I'm torn if it's the polishing it or not because I like the rough texture. So I think I might just polish half of it, but I don't know if I want to polish this half because I might lose the browns. But you can see in each of those cells, there's some of them that have fortification bands in there. So there's agate in there somewhere.
I think that you should do that thing that you do where you leave part of it rough and then you polish part of it and like have it be like a heart maybe or something like that.
I'm wondering what half. Yeah, this would make a great heart.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, that's a great idea,
Yeah.
Karen.
I think that that's what should happen to it. And then, yeah, it would be hard to make the call on which part stays rough, but I vote for that side being rough and the other side getting the hard treatment.
I'd hate to polish it and then lose the colors.
Exactly. And right now, like you've got some really cool patterning on that side. So it's not like you would be like, oh, the hard side is kind of ho-hum as opposed to the back. Because you know that's going to be incredible.
Yeah. You got patterning under here too. But yeah, this one was great.
Yeah.
I only saw the little piece of it and I dug the other half up.
And Chubby Hubby wants us to sing it. All of our choral work. I see what you did there. And yes, Spot, like we lost the dog. Here, Coral. Yep. Just wandering around the prairie. Coral.
Have you guys ever seen these types of pack stones? I'll show you just a second. They are very weird. They're very weird looking, and they have a bunch of fossils in them. But they have some of them have gotten different colors. And so when you polish these things, it ends up looking like a painting.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
like a graffiti
kind
of painting or oh man, somebody saved me last time because I was trying to think of the name of the artist that does all the sort of stick not stick figures but line figures like that are all doing crazy things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yes, I have polished a bit of packstone that does stuff like that, and it's so cool because it varies so much in color. Like that you can get like these pieces that oxidize differently or had different mineralization with that.
Yes, and it looks like paintings. It's really, really cool. Very cool stuff.
Very cool. Are you going to do something with that one?
Yeah, are you?
Yeah, I was going to follow through that. I usually just leave it to kind of at the same shape that it's in right now. But I just end up just polishing it. So these ones are really, really cool. I got a whole bunch of them. I find them everywhere.
Nice.
One of the first ones that actually got me into fossil stuff. I was like, oh, that's really, really cool.
To get into them, yeah, especially if you are, getting them on close observation to see all the little bits and pieces and little guys that you have in there. Mm-hmm. Have you identified some of the stuff that you've got going on in the packstones?
I'm not really good at identifying fossil stuff. I've never really got into it much other than the corals. But there's such cool little things. And then when you get like cross sections of them, they can have such interesting shapes to them. Like there's some that are a whole bunch of like little wisps, like little wispy sticks, but they turn out they're actually shells, and you're just getting cross sections of the really thin shells.
Yeah, they look like eyelashes, right?
So kind of like this, right?
Uh-huh.
So you see all those little eyelash looking things, but then like especially like right down in here. But then when you look at it, they're actual shells. So you can see the imprint of one there, and you can actually see the whole shell right there. And then like here's one where it's opened up. You can see the inside of that shell. So when you see the eyelashes, you're just seeing that little part of that shell there.
Yeah.
And it's
That
interesting to
stuff
see
is
how they,
always fun. Yeah.
yeah, for
So
sure.
amazing. And, like upon closer observation, if you have a chance to put any of that stuff under the microscope after you polish it, you'll be amazed. You just get closer and closer, and there's more and more as far as, of course, like the diatoms and the foraminifera and folks that are just teeny weenies that are hanging out in there too. It's just incredible. Or you
Yeah,
find the lack thereof,
There's this guy on YouTube that has a channel where all he does is like, he's got like a killer microscope and he zooms way in on different things.
Mm-hmm.
And he like said he gets like pond water and then exposes it to like citric acid and just different things like that, and he did one where they're called like water bears or something like that. And when you zoom in on them, like at a microscopic level, they literally look like little bears.
Yeah, they're
Can't remember.
tardigrades.
Yeah,
I'm sorry?
tardigrades.
Yeah,
Woohoo!
tardigrades.
Tardigrades for the win.
They are so
They're the
cool looking.
coolest.
They're so cute little things.
Yeah,
They're
and
so
his
cute.
channel is like Microbe Hunter, I think. Does that sound right? It's something
I
like
can't
that.
remember. I just subbed to it the other day.
Yeah, there's a few of them. There's like a little handful of cool channels out there that you can nerd out on microscopy. Not that I would know anything about that.
No, I wouldn't
I don't
expect you to
waste
either.
that kind of time at all. Oh my gosh, I love this pork chops, crinoid sauce, and that was because it was the brachio bunch, Yeah, pork chops and crinoid sauce. Yeah, that's.
What are you talking about?
If you didn't watch, you wouldn't know, and it's okay.
Okay. Thank you. I was so worried.
Yeah.
You didn't watch the Brady Bunch when you were a kid?
It's a little bit before my time. I'm more a Full
It's
House
before
kind
my
of kid.
time too, but it's before my time too, but it was on in repeat.
I'm more like DuckTales and Fraggle Rock.
Right.
You guys remember Fraggle Rock?
Uh-huh.
Damn it, Fraggle Rock.
Have you watched it recently?
No.
Or do you just remember it from being a kid?
I just remember it. My oldest now is 21.
Yeah, you should watch it again because, like, I watched it the other day and was like, "Why did I like this? This is like
I've done that
super
too.
weird,
It's like,
kind
oh
of
my
boring."
God.
But dude, I was like a Fraggle Rock fanatic, like when I was a kid, and now I'm like, wonder what it was that got me so excited.
That's hilarious.
I don't get it anymore. And it was so like magical when I was a kid. I would sit there and just be transfixed. And now I'm just like, I don't understand what's happening. So
Reading Rainbow.
Yeah, you should watch it again now that you're an adult and see what you think.
Yeah.
There was a movie called The Strange Brew with Rick Moranis, and this other guy, Bob and Doug McKenzie, Great White North. I always thought that was the best. I always would talk that up, and then I watched it again for the other day, and I was like, "This is not as good as I thought it was." It's still pretty good, though, mind you.
It was so funny back in the day.
I know. Everyone I knew, I was like, "You gotta watch this movie, man." I got it on VHS tape. I recorded it for Cinemax. Hey, take off, you hoser.
Hoser. Yeah.
There's like a mouse in my beer, eh? And I heard that you get like a free case.
Yeah, I mean, but all of that stuff is like that. Dave's not here. It's all.
No, I'm Dave. I'm Speed Dave. Dave's not here. Now, Monty Python, that is one that is still remained funny even in your adult life.
Yeah, it's got legs. Truly. Yeah. Well, and then there was all the stuff that you didn't get when you were younger. That
That's what it is.
It's got
it went over
layers.
your head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Disney's good at that too.
Funnier. Yeah.
'Cause
And
I watched some things as an adult, and I thought, "Oh my God, we used to let our children watch this."
yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some inferences and stuff that you hope went over their head anyway. And Cheryl, does that mean that you're going to sleep, or are you just going to be crazy with us for a little while? That would be great. Yeah, throwing spice tonight. She's on fire. And
Maybe
yeah,
it's a good thing I can't read chat.
I think we all love us some Monty for sure. And Tomcat Josh is professing that Fraggle Rock, government mind control for children. Congratulations on escaping, he says.
Thanks,
Really?
Josh.
No.
Oh my gosh.
That sounded a little bit conspiratory.
You know, they don't call it programming for nothing. So it's TV programming anyways, plays it.
He must live underneath the pizza shop with the lizard people.
We like to be called reptiles. Excuse me.
Yeah, me and Karen are the lizard people.
Come from the tribe Chuckwalla.
Oh crap! You guys cracked me up.
Like a chameleon.
Yeah, nothing was sacred on Monty Python, and they got away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially the life of Brian. That was amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
So my dad was big into recording stuff on VHS, so we had all our movies on tape. And there's movies that were like at 2 hours long, like Monty Python, and it was like 30 minutes. And we didn't know that there was like three quarters of the movie that was missing, right? Because my dad says, "No, that's it." It's like, I've never seen this skit before. Dad, do you know anything about that?
I never have been to the Castle of Anthrax before. Why?
Right.
Yeah.
That's so funny. You get that accidental censorship. So I think they did a skit like that on Jimmy Kimmel or something like that, where they just randomly bleep out different words, even though they're not swear words, but they bleep them out to make them sound like swear words. They call it inappropriate censorship. It's so funny.
Oh my gosh, I'm afraid I'd make more sense if they did that.
Yeah.
Somehow I'd end up sounding super intelligent or something.
It's like they would say like, "Thank you, Karen," and then it would come out, "Beep you, Karen."
That's great. And Tomcat Josh, yes, I vaguely remember Romper Room. And just waiting. Like, I don't think I really liked the show, but I would just see if I was in there, because she would look through her mirror and she'd call out like, "I see Timmy and Johnny and Robbie." And yeah. And so you just were like, "Wow, am I here?" And then you find out that you're not. And you're like, "Well, I'm out then." She didn't call me. So apparently I'm not in class today. So, yeah, that was a weird, and we had Captain Kangaroo as well. That was an old school thing, and I think that some of these programs were on like if you stayed home from school sick, like there were like some like lesser known kind of weird. You had like the Sid and Marty Krofft things that would come on. Like those, trippy, I can't even remember the name, like with the magic flute and all that. And then new zoo review, stuff that you just didn't want to watch anyway. Like I can't tell you what that was about at all. Banana Splits, like these, I know that these are all really super old, but.
Was it
Days of Our Lives.
Or were you really playing hooky?
I just wanted to watch TV. And and then
it
you
was
stay
like
home.
a fever dream.
Yeah, exactly. And you're just like, like this is all terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I know why I didn't want to. Yeah, I'll just go to school.
Exactly.
This is not paid or to stay home and see what was that
Romper
dog
room.
underdog.
Yeah.
Like these lesser known things. Like you know what though, I always liked Hong Kong Phooey. Hong Kong Phooey was all right, but yeah, there's some weird stuff. And we have Julie's dishing. Brian says Romper Room was his favorite at 4 years old. Well, Brian probably got called a lot. You know, like she probably liked to see Brian through the magic mirror. You know, and so like if you're there, if you get to feel special, then you're gonna sit there and you're gonna listen to. Like, did anybody ever like sit through an entire Teletubby here? Anybody?
Nope.
Because I sort of like I had a young child at the time that was a thing, and so he felt like he needed to watch it because the other kids did, and and that was like, talk about fever dreams, you know. And I just like at 4 years old, Brian, do you sit and you watch just because it's just so trippy? You know, like the world is a trip anyway. But like, yeah, like Teletubbies, I just would sit there with my jaw on the floor, like what is even going on?
Yeah,
like it's nuts. And then again, no, we can't watch it again. Little Poe or whoever you are, Tinky Winky, we're not doing it. Yeah, it was just I don't even know.
True though. I mean, you want to like, you would rather do anything than watch it again, and your kid just wants to watch it one more time. You're like, one more time, but it's still like not one more time. It's like 1,000 more times.
It is. It is. They say one more time, but that's not what they mean. They don't know. They can't count yet. They're not very good at counting, and so
that means one more time forever, as far as they're concerned.
Pretty much that.
Yeah. I just thank God that my children were older by the time Baby Shark was released.
Oh,
there's that as well. Yes.
I don't know if I could have done that.
No. And we had Wallace and Ladmo in Arizona. I liked that show. I never saw Wallace and Ladmo. I wonder what that is even. I'm going to have to look that up. And we had with Bozo the Clown, looked like IT's drunk. It's drunk cousin. Got it. Oh, yeah. You know what? Brian said he liked Rocky and Bullwinkle too. You know, Rocky and
Oh, me too.
That I would watch. That. A little secret, my dad still watches Rocky and Bullwinkle at 85. So
Nice.
Yeah.
It must hold up.
It does.
That's their target audience now.
Okay, wait, I missed this one up here. Raiders of the Lost Ark is probably the worst. The scene where the main Indiana girlfriend is drinking men under the table in the mountains somewhere. Yeah. We've got Insanity. When I was 5, I would get a chair and do the exercises with Jack LaLanne. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I win the Weird Kid Award. You know, that's hilarious, Margaret. I remember my grandmother like being just pumped that Jack LaLanne was coming on and like doing all the chair exercises, and she was going to be very fit because she's a good grandmother doing the things. Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, when I was a kid on TV, before the Mickey Mouse Club in the morning, there was something called Mousercise, where they would do they would work out, like do exercises and stretches and stuff. I watched that every morning.
Did you do the exercises, or did you?
No, I was just watching her because she was a cute girl, cute lady.
Ah, right. Okay.
I really liked her legs.
Real thing here.
And whatnot.
Yeah. Well, I was exercising, but I wasn't stretching.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Recover from that one, Karen.
Yeah, I love those stammer.
Moving on.
Yeah, I'm like looking quickly through the chat to like, hey, Soul is going to bail me out here. I don't remember any of those shows. My grandmother always had the TV on local news when we woke up. Then we went to school. Then we came home. Then we watched old reruns of Gunsmoke, which is not bad. But yeah, that's some families were not allowed to watch morning television because you're supposed to like be, clean in the head going to school and open to learning new things and
Learning.
not droning out on the TV.
For sure.
Yeah. And we've got Tara is doubling down on the mouser size vinyl. You had the vinyl. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Wouldn't it be fun to scratch out something with the mouser size vinyl? That would be so fun. You just like loop some stuff on that. That would be awesome.
Please do that, Karen.
Your gauntlet
Members only track.
Yeah. Oh, we could have such fun.
So that's what they mean by short.
And Rocky and Bullwinkle was awesome, and Gunsmoke had so many seasons, so much. You probably could never get to the end. And oh no. Did you work out with it on a Victrola? Dear, I don't think it goes back that far. What was cool about back in the day was that we had these little record players, like these plastic record players that you could have in your room. Did you all have those?
Oh yeah.
That like had a little lid and you like lifted it up and like they played regular, LPs and awesome. I don't know. I think that it's kind of funny that a whole generation has totally missed out on. I mean, you've got MP3s and all the devices that you play with, but that was so visceral, to like open up your record player and take out a vinyl and, watch out for the needle, and then like,
no.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's been there. Like there's dorky DJs that it's been there this whole time.
There's always someone into it. It never went away.
Yeah, but
you're into the background a little bit.
You're right, Turtle, about like it's interesting that you say that because I left the radio station that I used to work at in I think 93, and my brother still works there. He's the general manager. And he said that they got asked to do a record swap for the first time since about when I left. And so, like, I remember we used to have these amazing record swaps. And, just like anything that you could dream up would be there. Like, it's the Bay Area. There's a lot of vinyl there. There's a lot of people.
Oh, there's a lot of vinyl here.
And a lot of stuff was like incepted there. And so, it's just like golden, heaven for vinyl. And so it just didn't exist for a long time, and I didn't even know that it wasn't happening because I've been someplace else. And he was super stoked, like, we're gonna do a record swap. I'm tempted to come. Like, that would be so much fun. You should go, Ma, since you're there. Like,
where is this again?
That would be at Foothill College at KFJC.
Okay.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, when?
It's Los Altos
Hills. Me the details.
You're not very far.
No, and I think Chris is even closer.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, I don't know if he's into vinyl or not, but
yeah, he might be. He might even still be lurking around. He'll pop in here.
Yeah, we said his name. He should show up any second.
Right? Say it 2 more times.
Chris.
And
Kyle.
I guess
the wizard now.
I'm too.
Yeah.
Hey, what was that, guys? I was following the piece. I'm following the piece of the city, and I thought I heard my name.
Who's that?
Kyle.
Who's Kyle?
Yeah.
Kyle.
Oh my gosh, Teddy Ruxpin. That was like, when you started being afraid of dolls, like you could be afraid of like the scary dolls from, like the rolling back of their eyes, Cupid style. But, about Teddy Ruxpin time, they started to talk and be weird, like for real.
Yep.
So
I'm sure that
They
got you
have
all
record
plenty of
players
nightmares.
nowadays. Instead of putting the record on the player and the record going around in circles, they have these little things where you set them on the record and then it drives around the record.
Rolls around. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
wow.
with a little
Crazy.
Bluetooth speaker on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that is nuts. Wow. I think I need one of those.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
Right?
that is cool. I want that. I just watched
please.
that. And so Julie wore out the Ghostbusters soundtrack on her record player. That's awesome. I love that. Yes, weird vinyl is wonderful. I agree. And yeah, everybody's talking about Bob Ross too. Bob Ross is definitely king of some reruns for sure. I think that there's a Forever channel now on YouTube where you can just watch Bob Ross as much as you want.
Yeah.
Just chain smoke it.
It gets recommended to me now and again.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
live. It's like, oh, you're done watching Kyle? How about watch this?
Yeah.
Kyle is the
now
Bob
you need
Ross of rock.
happy
Similar.
little yeah, he's definitely the Bob Ross of rocks for sure.
So chill.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the outfit. He was going to be the Bob Ross of rocks for Halloween one year. And then I think he decided
nice.
he didn't like I think that the wig he got like squoze his head too much or something. Like, he was
Right.
like, I can't do it. It's not worth it.
Woes.
That's funny.
Yeah. What? Look at that. That looks like a tasty treat. It looks like dessert.
Yes, should be our dessert.
Wow. That's nice. Tara, thank you so much for joining us. Love you too. And thank you for laughing along with us. And we'll always have motorboating. We will.
It's going to be a
Oh,
regular
man.
thing from now on.
Oh, that's great.
Bless
Yes,
you, Kid
definitely.
Curry.
Yeah, bless you,
Thanks,
Kid
kid.
Curry. Yeah. He got the spit take merit badge tonight. He's like, I just darn near lost it. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And then every time I looked at Karen laughing, I'd start laughing more. It just kept going. It just kept going.
That was hilarious. Yeah.
It has a lot less of the yellow and a little more pink.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you're getting some color change in there. That is just like seriously, it's like fruitcake. It's just
I
like
still really like
all
the
over the
white
place.
in it too.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely the whole ombre thing. But yeah, it got really pink in the middle of this.
Yeah, it did.
Ooh, that's
A
pretty.
lot less slap your mama yellow and a little more pretty pink.
Kiss your mama pink.
There you go.
Stab your daddy.
Pickle,
Oh, you
pickle,
can stab your
pickle
dad.
Granny, it's
Stab your daddy.
The family's got to watch out tonight. Just saying. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you got a little more left. Are you gonna do another slab or is that the end? You're gonna do one more.
at least one more. Let's see if I
Sweet.
can hold it open and show you at the same time without grabbing the stick proper.
Oh yeah. Oh
Little
yeah,
bit
you got more meat on that.
At least one more slice here out of this piece.
Woohoo!
I'll have to
Fantastic.
count. I'll have to go all the way to the end and count backwards and see if I can do 2 on that or not. But yeah, and then I can always turn it over the other way too and start making like little cabochon size slices out of it. So
Love that.
There you go.
For sure. Got to use the whole thing. Nothing goes to waste.
Yeah.
There is no but.
Yeah, that's a beautiful piece.
That is. All right, you guys. We are on a grand total of 4 hours this evening, and I should probably do some doggy duties. Like I might be finding some on the inside if I don't get to it right away. I'm feeling it.
I'm
I
12
kind of
tonight.
got the spider senses on that one. Wow, gosh, that's fancy. Oh, wow. It's like a caterpillar there in the middle, like that, radiating oranges and yellows that went on the little. I pointed to the screen so that you could see.
This one.
Yeah, that right there.
Yeah,
Did we zoom
right
in?
there. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
That was perfect.
You do it again?
Yes.
Okay. Come back out now.
Hey, Allison, make it a little bigger. Zoom out a little. Zoom out just a little.
Oh, that's
Okay, now back in.
we're so easy.
Did you see?
Julie is here. She's gonna be loving this so much. Yes, pinch the rock and it works. Oh, wow. Right. See, Allison figured it out.
Boy,
Got you, Julie.
Right. Oh, that's so great.
oh my God, that's too close.
Oh, my cheeks hurt. So what you're trying to say is we should probably go on for another 6? Is that what we're doing?
Oh, I got a dirty rock. I gotta go clean it up.
Yeah. Right. All right, you guys. Well, thank you for your participation and these absolutely fabulous, gorgeous rocks that we have all been indulging in this evening. Well, Allison, you did the ammonites and this gorgeous slab. Thank you for dazzling our eyes.
Ma's ring rocks, and you got work done tonight. Congratulations, Karen.
Yeah, I've got some gem rough to get rushing to.
Yeah.
And Ma's got a beautiful triangle. And
Yay, triangle.
And Ryan, what have we here? What do you have
Oh,
going
he's got
on
a great looking boat.
there? He's got a great looking boat.
I mean, the motor sounds good. Anyway.
Yeah, I believe the mast isn't straight,
Ooh.
and
That happens when you get older.
you can see
Oh.
the turtle.
Sorry.
I give
Who
up.
That wasn't me.
just sighed? Who just
I
sighed
give
up.
real loud? Oh, that was Ryan. Ryan
I'm
gives
on
up.
mute. That wasn't me.
But yeah, you can. I can't see on there,
Sorry.
but
You're on mute.
you can. I don't know if you can make out the what I was showing you earlier, the facets on the dop.
Yeah,
they look,
yeah.
They look better than the stone itself. But I did try to put a table on it, but I found that even just running across the mast doesn't run true.
Yeah.
So the table really got whacked. So
Oh,
we'll have to take a look at that to see if it's a
a
something that's
fixable
fixable.
thing. Yeah,
Or
yeah.
if I
But
just
I love the facets on your dop. That looks really good, actually. So you're doing something right. You just need to have that be on the stone.
yeah, well, yeah, the stone was getting I think a little better polish than the brass, but you can see
Than the matte.
what it the original was and how shiny it got. So
Yeah,
We'll-
yeah,
we'll
cool.
call that a half a win.
Yeah,
maybe
I
a
would say
quarter.
so. And a lot of research and development going on. You're doing the
Yeah.
experimenting, and believe me, there's like you are showing us what you did. I didn't show anybody. Like I made some really weird rocks to begin with. Yeah. So thank you so much for showing us that and your learning curve. We'll look back and we'll love that we got to see that
Or at
when
least
you're
laugh,
doing
one of the two.
like top shelf gems.
Yeah, top shelf. Yeah.
And Turtle, thank you so much for
Thank you.
showing us your heart, your very, very, very polished heart. Gorgeous
you.
work, and having all of the laughs, and everybody here in the chat. You guys rock. Thank you for hanging out with us and enjoying the laughs along with us. You guys definitely provided so many of them. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Soul woke up the dog with her laughter. Sorry about that. We really appreciate you. Good night, Scott, and good night, all y'all, Mr. Chubby Hubby, and Bob's Rocks, and Margaret, and Julie, and Brian, and of course the Rocky Mountain Bear, Chubby Hubby, and I think Tara already went traipsing off, but Tomcat, Josh, all y'all, we really, really appreciate you and love you, and we are going to sign off for now, but we will see you again soon. So cheers and have a great holiday
Bye, everybody.
Everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers and boop.